Hi there, my lovelies, this is Jana here. Welcome to my kitchen. A very special recipe today. Well, the other ones are also very special, but this one is from my country. It's from Brazil. And you know how much I love to bring those recipes to you because they bring back, this is my doggie. She's walking all over the kitchen. So you're gonna hear like, that's her, okay? So, okay, let's talk about the recipe because you're gonna love it, okay? It's special, it's delicious. I'm gonna show you options if you don't wanna make, we're going to make empadas. I didn't say what we're gonna make, sorry, I'm excited. You can't blame me because you're gonna see how amazing it is and you're gonna say, oh, I know what she's excited about. So, I'm gonna stop blabbing and I'm gonna show you how I put together empadas with no chicken filling. You're gonna love it. Well, first we're going to start by making the no chicken filling. And we're going to use canned jackfruit in brine. And the reason why we're going to use canned jackfruit is because I'm not fortunate enough to have the fresh jackfruit fruit. So I can split it open and do what you guys do, then I get so jealous, so envious, because I wish I had what I don't. So we play with what we have, right? Canned jackfruit it is. Don't make the mistake that I have made in the past of buying jackfruit in syrup because that's sweet and it's nasty. Sorry if you like it, I don't, it's disgusting. There's nothing to do with it. I have nothing to do with it, I mean, recipe-wise, so try not to do that. Canned jackfruit in brine, okay? And we have that briny taste that we hate, don't we? So we're gonna get rid of that by simmering it. Discard the jackfruit brine, add only the jackfruit, water and salt, and simmer for 10-15 minutes. This should get rid of the briny taste, okay? And after that, we're going to make the sauce, which is very, very, very simple. Now, to a pot, we add olive oil. We're going to add minced onions, mince them very finely, saute until light golden. Then you add also very finely minced tomatoes, some fresh parsley, add some tomato puree, salt and black pepper to taste. Now you add the shredded jackfruit, stir and cook it for about 5 to 7 minutes on medium-low heat. We need to break down the jackfruit. Now I haven't mentioned, but you're supposed to shred the jackfruit, okay? Now it's important to break the jackfruit. We want them to, the pieces to disappear, to resemble a shredded chicken, okay? And it's much easier to work with it when you're going to fill the little empadas, okay? They're tiny, you see in the picture, they're tiny pies, okay? So it's easier to work and it tastes much better this way. Now, if you like the jackfruit seeds, you can keep them. I hate them, so I discarded. I hate so many things I hate that I've said. Well, that's what it is. That's life. We hate things and we love things, and that's the balance that we find sometimes, I hope. So this is it. And now you add the shredded jackfruit and you mix. I'm going to repeat myself because it's important. And you're going to mix until it resembles shredded chicken, all right? And now we're going to add cornstarch slurry, which is cornstarch diluted in water, because we want to make it creamy. Now we're going to make the dough. We're going to add 400 grams of all-purpose flour to a bowl and 200 grams of vegan butter, half teaspoon of salt, and you mix it with the tip of your fingers. Now, it's supposed to look like wet sand, okay? And it's supposed to hold it together when you squeeze it in your hand. It doesn't, so we're going to add cold water, little by little. Two things. It's important not to overwork the dough because it will develop the gluten. We don't want that. We don't want elasticity, okay? We want it crumbly and flaky and buttery, okay? And the other thing is how much water should I add? You are gonna have to do it yourself and test because I don't know how dry is your flour. I don't know the temperature of where you are living at the moment while you're making the dough, so it varies, okay? It's important that it looks like this. and it holds together. Now we're going to make a log. Divide the dough into 3 parts. 2 parts are going to be for making the empada base, and 1 part for covering them. Now we're going to make 15 little squares, cutting 5 in a widest part and 4 times in the thinnest part. Wrap it in plastic film. Put it in the fridge for at least 30 minutes. We're going to repeat the process with the smallest dough. Also 15 pieces, and cut it the same way. This food is a very popular food for birthday parties. So with every kid, not every kid, but most kids' birthday parties, this is served along with coxinhas, along with pão de queijo. We've made coxinhas and it's the same feeling, so check over here. And we also serve croquettes. But if you don't want to make the small empadas because you think it's too laborious, or you don't have the molds, which I'm gonna talk about shortly, I will. So you can use a baking dish or a baking tin, square or round, it doesn't matter. It's the same process. Now let's talk about the mold, okay? If you don't want that because you don't have it, because I don't know why wouldn't you do that, you can get it on Amazon. I'm gonna leave the link down in the description box. It's not expensive, I promise you. You can use this for many other things. I can't think about any other things right now, but I'm sure you can, right? And the measurements are 5 in the biggest part, then the 2.5 height, and 3 in the bottom, okay, 3 centimeters. Now it's exciting. We're going to make the empadas. You take the biggest squares and you're going to fill it up one by one, okay? And it's supposed to be a little bit bigger than the mold because we need to close it, and we need this extra dough so we are able to close the empadas with the top dough. Put half of an olive. Now you take the smallest square, flatten up like a disc using the palm of your hand, and you cover the empada like so. Push the borders a little bit because it needs to close very well. Remove the extra dough with your fingers, and you're gonna keep it because you're going to use the leftover dough to make the next empada. We're going to brush them with our very special, I use that all the time on the channel, the glazing. I don't know if you can say it. It's an egg wash, but eggless, of course. Ketchup for the color and the sugar, milk because of the fat, and also because it gives a liquidy how do you call it, texture, and vegan mayonnaise, okay? Because the vegan mayonnaise has what? A lot of what? Fat. And this is going to make a beautiful glaze on top, and it's going to be golden and beautiful. I said beautiful like 1,000 times, but that's what it is. It's beautiful, okay? So brush it, and now we're going to put it in the fridge for 30 minutes. This step, putting in the fridge for 30 minutes, is crucial. We're working with a buttery dough, and this tip, it works for every type of buttery dough, okay? It needs to chill in order to firm up, because the butter, as you work with it, the heat of your hands is going to make the fat, the butter, to melt. So when you pop it in the oven, it's already melting, and it's not going to be crunchy, and it's not going to be beautiful, okay? It's going to lose its shape a little bit. So put it in the fridge for 30 minutes, all right? To guarantee that your empadas, even if you're making a big one, doesn't matter. Do this step and you're gonna thank me later. Fridge and then oven. Now we're going to bake the empadas in a preheated oven at 180 degrees Celsius for 50 minutes. Like I said before, if you don't want to make the small ones, okay, it doesn't matter. Make a big one. Use any type of plate or baking dish, right? Not any kind of plate. Anything that you can put in the oven, all right? Amazing. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. I put too much Tabasco. Oh my God, it's delicious. You're gonna love it. Please make it. Make it. Take pictures. Surprise your friends. My husband Yepe, he took it to work the other day. His friends, they went crazy. Like, what? Oh my God! They couldn't believe that it was not chicken. First. And second, they couldn't believe how buttery and amazing and melty. Can I say that? Melty the dough was. So make it, okay? This is it for today. Don't forget to like this video, share with your friends, subscribe to my channel, hit the bell button so you get notified every time I make a video. Full recipe is going to be on my website, as always, okay? With full measurements and printable recipe. And if you make it, please tag me on Instagram and Facebook, okay? And invite me over, because I love it. I love this, okay? And I'm gonna love you even more if you do that, all right? So see you next time. Have a fabulous week. Bye-bye.